Hello, gorgeous soul. Welcome to your 2020 astrology. It's extraordinary, it's full on, it's intense, it's wild, isn't it? Yes, it is. We're all going to need a few of them kiki licks to survive this year. But seriously, it has a whole host of potential. We all have drive. We all have vim and vigor to make things happen. It's very, very energetic and full on. For instance, we have Jupiter and Pluto joining forces. I mean, that is a lot to get our head around, you know. There's optimism in transformation. Of course, at the beginning of the year, we had that Saturn and Pluto conjunction. There is a lot of intensity. How are you going to use that intensity? How can you use your drive and your force of will to help transform your life with love and abundance? And P.S., I'm going to do it slightly differently for the yearly. I really want you to feel the energy and to just relax into the magic of what's coming up. So I'm going to do this. This video is going to be Kathy's amazing nature waves, just to fully be able to meditate and focus. And hopefully you might watch it a couple of times as the year goes on to see what's coming up for you. It really is an extraordinary year. Here's your yearly astrology. Hey, gorgeous, sensual, amazing and abundant Taurus. This year, it's all change again. Now, you like stability, you like to know what you're doing, you like to have your little hooves on the ground. But since Uranus, the planet of the unpredictable, has gone into your sign, you may have felt that there are a lot of changes around you, sudden experiences, even unpredictable and exciting ideas rising up within you, and you've found you've changed your ways. Or sudden events have led you galloping into a new direction. I have to say that is the theme of this year as well. This year, well, in fact, more so, this year is about you committing to adventure, committing to traveling to horizons you didn't even dream were possible a couple of years ago. It's about you finding your adventurous spirit and going for it 100%. It's about committing to doing things differently, to expanding your awareness, expanding your consciousness, opening up to thrilling and exciting new events. Now, of course, the main feature of that everyone's talking about is this massive Saturn and Pluto conjunction on the 12th of January. Now, why is this so important? Well, it's important because it hasn't happened in 500 years. That is a long time, you know, and it's going to have a big impact. Now, of course, Saturn is the planet of responsibility. Pluto is the planet of transformation. So it's about change and committing to change and doing the right thing. And it's quite a heavy-handed energy. And for you, it's going into your 9th house of adventure and learning, of being a free spirit, of exploring. Now, I have to say, it's very important that you check your ascendant to get more information about what this is going to hold for you. If you don't know your ascendant, pop over to michelleknight.com, Michele with one L. And if you know your time and place of birth, you can put it in there. And unique to you, you'll have your own chart pop up, as well as an interpretation just for you about what's going to happen to you based on your time and place of birth. So go and do that. But in the meantime, let's get back to this awfully big adventure you're having this year. You can't not have one, basically. There is no way. I'd be really surprised, if not shocked, if you just had the same old year that you had every other year. This year is destined to be different and destined to be exciting and to stretch you and to open you up to new experiences. Now, talking of Uranus, Uranus has been going retrograde, so perhaps you've been reflecting on some of the changes that you weren't expecting for the past few months, but Uranus is going direct again on the 11th of January UK time. So again, all sorts of experiences, opportunities and surprises are coming from the universe, not just on the 11th, but obviously all year. On the 12th and 13th of January, we also have Mercury joining forces with Saturn and Pluto, and then the Sun also doing that. So you're confident in what you want to commit to. You're confident about committing to an adventure or to travel or to learning, and you're ready to do it. You're primed and ready to go, go, go. Venus, your ruler, shifts signs on the 14th and is going into your connectivity zone, your connection with everybody, your squad zone, who you hang out with, who you collaborate with, and on top of that, what you put on the internet, social media, blah, blah, blah. And you're very in tune with it. Venus is the planet of love. Also, the planet of success. So make sure you get connecting mid-January and you put out there what you believe in. On the 27th of January, UK time, Venus and Neptune join forces, but they square Mars. So you might know where you're going. You may have very clear ideas. You may feel very connected to everything, but there may be some opposition, power struggle, or somebody trying to stick the boot in. Don't have it. Trust your soul journey. If there's anyone around you that messes with your mojo, makes you uncomfortable, or undermines you, you may be healing your way out of that relationship because you don't need it anymore. You want gentleness around you, actually, and you want to be on your spiritual path. On the 7th of February, Venus goes into your 12th house of psychicness. You may have soul connections or deeper loving experiences where you sense what's going on with another person. You may even meet someone that you feel a total karmic connection with in March. And it could be a surprise because Venus and Uranus are joining forces on the 9th of March. That brings about something unexpected when it comes to love. And Venus is entering your sign actually on the 5th of March. So you're like a love magnet. You're exploring love on a brand new level and you're opening up to different kind of loving experiences. With Venus trine Jupiter, happy days on the 26th of March. It's amazing. Might be connected to someone overseas, or you may be traveling or doing something differently. But there's a real feel-good vibe around March. I mean, generally, I think March will be a really good month for you, where you feel very open. In fact, I think the whole of this year has huge potential for you. In April, you'll be feeling more settled as Mars goes into your security zone. And then, of course, on the 20th of April, you have the sun in your sign and the new moon in your sign on the 23rd. So that's about letting go, casting off the things you don't need, heading into the future, being the magician of your life. Do you believe you're a magician? Do you believe that you can conjure your reality? Do you believe that you can manifest your dreams? Of course, it's not going to happen straight away, but one step at a time. You've got great superpowers and the cosmos is chucking different experiences at you. You could change the way you think and what you believe, and you can really gain confidence in April. April, another startlingly good month for you. On the 27th, Mercury, the planet of communication, goes into your sign. That gives you the gift of the gab. It means your thoughts, your words are spells, and what you believe you create. So use that energy to draw to you what you want and to discuss things that are really important to you and put your ideas out there in April. The full moon in Scorpio on the 7th of May gives you a psychic insight into your romantic relationships. You're very emotional about your relationships in May, particularly as Venus goes retrograde on the 13th of May. And it's about you deciding what you want to commit to. Perhaps you might be committing to something or someone you were committed to in the past. You're opening up and you're looking at what you want to do when it comes to commitment in your relationships. And Venus goes direct on the 25th of June. By then you would have sorted it out. But it's almost like, you know, in between those two dates, you're going deep within yourself. You're reflecting, you're researching, you're thinking about things and you're healing. Now, with Venus, excuse me, sniffing. I've suddenly got allergic to something in the room. With Venus joining forces with the North Node, you're healing a lot of past life karma in August, connected to commitment and relationships. What's the longest you've committed to a relationship? Normally for a Taurus, it's a long time. Because actually, even if you split up with someone, they can linger in your heart for literally years. But it's like you got a chance to shed some of that karma. Uranus is going retrograde again on the 16th of August, calming down the surprises. And then on the 8th of September, we've got a grand Earth trine which is making you feel very jolly and very confident and very able to go after your dreams. Also a good time for love, adventure, passion, creativity and children around the 8th of September. The new supermoon is also in your 5th house of creativity on the 17th of September. That's one of the best new moons of the year, where you're recommitting to your creativity, your passion, your love and your pleasure. I think there's quite a lot of positive stuff going on for you the entire year. As we move on to the 27th of September, Mercury goes in your relationship zone. That's when you're thinking about bringing harmony into your relationships. You might be thinking about making a commitment even further. Some of you may propose or get married or want to move in with someone. And it's not a bad time to do it, because on the 2nd of October, Venus, your ruler, enters Virgo in your 5th house of fulfillment, pleasure and romance, soulmates. So looks like there's a lot of love around you this year, and you learning to navigate love in a new way. And part of that love will be this theme of freedom woven into it. So you won't get stuck in routines. You have the opportunity to be a free spirit with your partner and to open up to adventure and traveling, particularly actually on the 19th of October when Venus is trine Jupiter. Such a fabulous vibe on that day. And you're just feeling just so open-hearted and fingers crossed happy. I believe you can find a lot of happiness this year. The sun goes into Scorpio on the 22nd of October. Again, you're feeling very confident about your relationships. And on Halloween, we have a full moon in your sign. That's quite a day for you. Do a little ritual, conjure up some magic on that Halloween, and feel what the universe is trying to tell you, because it's a very spookily accurate psychic time for you. Look out for a sign or a symbol about the way forward. So much positivity here. There's something unexpected also on Halloween, as the full moon is joining forces with Uranus. So surprise, there's something unusual happening. Venus enters Scorpio in November. There's also a new supermoon. So there's big changes and going on to the next phase when it comes to your relationships, and you're opening up. There is some secret unveiled on the 14th of December with a total solar eclipse in your 8th house of power, powerlessness, life, death, rebirth, sex, obsession. And something will be revealed over the following couple of weeks about what you need to do in terms of your relationships. And most importantly, it's saying don't be possessive. Freedom for yourself and others is your keyword for this year. On the 19th of December, it's all change for Jupiter. And the following year, actually, will be a lot about you succeeding in your career and transforming things in your career. All in all, a good little year for you. Take care, gorgeous, and I'll speak to you soon. If you want to check out your written monthly, weekly, yearly astrology, pop over to my website, micheleknight.com. I'm not doing readings at the moment, but I do have a company of some of the best psychics and astrologers in the world. I've had the company for 20 years. I handpick them and they are fabulous. So I'm going to start to show you, starting now, their little videos on here.
My name is Elizabeth. I'm a psychic clairvoyant. I do pick up on voice vibrations very quickly. I'll pick up on the person's energy. It will often be like, I describe it as a silent whispering. When I get very strong messages coming through, it will be a flash of an image, which is very clear. It will be like a film, and it will run in front of me. The purpose of a reading, I feel, is very much to inspire people and to empower people and to pass messages on that are uplifting people. If you can help change that person's pathway or mindset so that when they call back, they're feeling much happier, that's very inspiring for me. And then when they phone back and say, oh, you were right. And that's wonderful then, because you're building that rapport. People phone up and seem quite shocked that I can give them information. And I say to them, well, you're phoning a Michele Knight line and we are the best.